Music World Center founders Kevin Jackson and his wife, 1980s R&B star Stacy Lattisaw, known for her smash hit Let Me Be Your Angel, and now turned minister and mother of two, make a music industry power couple whose influence and experience span 60 years. Stacy Lattisaw Jackson has been loved and embraced by industry icons since she was a singing teenage sensation. Kevin Jackson has become one of the premier mixing engineers in the music industry. For over 26 years, he has distinguished himself as an expert in many genres of music through his company, Night Flight Recording Studios, by engineering iconic sounds for music legends such as Gladys Knight, the O'Jays, Fred Hammond, R. Kelly, Richard Smallwood, Jill Scott, and many more. Through Night Flight Recording Studios, he has served over 15,000 clients. Additionally, his other company, Audio Assurance, has expanded over the last 7 years to include over 45 Washington, D.C. area churches, with memberships totaling over 75,000. This dynamic duo's voice will be heard through the launch of the unprecedented Music World Center, with the support and interest of Prince George's County exec, and council members. School boards whose music programs have been discontinued look to Music World Center as a welcome solution to meeting the needs of thousands of students across the Washington, D.C. metro area. The online test network to assess interest in the region has already signed up nearly 1,000 individuals. National magazines are awaiting the announcement of the launch. Visionaries, seasoned professionals, proven track record, and overwhelming support from clientele on all levels are a recipe for success for the Music World Center.
Hey, come on in. Welcome to Music World Center. We're still under construction, so pardon the dust and the drywall and so forth, but we're going to take a tour and hopefully you'll catch the vision, right? This is our lobby area here. There'll be 3 spaces that you can enter. This is MWC Entertainment here. Here we'll have a help desk that will come around like so. This area here is the Promote Me store. It's a promotions and marketing company that will be here for our music and arts people. And this here is where all our music production and video production will be. So when you come in, you can imagine somebody's here at the desk and they'll buzz you in. You're coming through this doorway. Once you get in here, this will be a shared lounge for all of the companies back here. So there'll be some pool tables over in that corner, flat screens on the wall here, some tables and so forth. There's restrooms on this side. It'll be a nice cozy area if you're waiting to get into a session or into your video session. This area here is a community development center. There'll be computer labs all around this area. We'll do job readiness programs, computer training for adults and for the youth. We have an after school program, so this will play very well with academic help for homework and so forth. So this will play into that mode. If you come back this way, through this doorway is a sound installation company. Actually, it's 2 sound installation companies that share this space back here. They have some offices in there. Actually, the door's locked. But they'll be back there and they'll have a couple of offices. We have a warehouse. This company does all sound installation and designing systems for nightclubs and churches and so forth, schools and so forth. So they're in-house in the building. They'll be taking part in some of our training and things that we're doing with the youth and adults. So they're kind of getting their hands in that. This area back here is our video and photography studio. We'll have maybe a green screen on the wall. We'll be able to put a few sets up. There's about 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. So we'll be able to put some chairs back here for a small TV show or just different things that you may want to shoot or do photography in. This will be a shared meeting room for all the companies back here. You'll probably hold about 10 or 12 people. And when you pan this way, we have our Entertainment Arts Training Center. And through that doorway is a room about the same size as this. This will be cut up into about 14 labs. We'll do drum lessons and voice lessons, video production, piano lessons and so forth, just all entertainment arts training. When you come back this way, this will be our control room for our video services. There'll be 2 editing suites for video here. There'll be an audio recording studio over in this corner, and then a larger recording studio on this side here. So back in this area totally, there's 2 recording studios, there's video editing suites, there's a control room that will be piped into the whole facility, video and photography studio, as well as training labs. So you got a full array, and the community development center. So we have a full array of things that will allow the community to get involved as far as the county. They're excited about the programs we're offering to our youth. So we're definitely excited. But this is a full one-stop shop. And even to mention, in our video studio back here, we can do some rehearsals and things like that. So some a la carte stuff that we can pull together. So again, we're very excited about this. This whole area back here is about 14,000 square feet for the arts. So we're back out in the lobby now. This area, this is MWC Entertainment. That stands for Music World Center, obviously. So once we go through this way, and you'll see where the party and networking is going on here. So once you come in, you'll kind of walk through here. This is an open floor plan. This space here is about, I want to say, 14,000 square feet. There'll be game tables and so forth over this way. There'll be some lounging on this side. This area here, there'll be a half wall that'll come around. There's restrooms over there. There'll be a small stage here. This will house about 200 people. There'll be a flat screen on the wall there, a projection screen, similar to like ESPN Sports Zone or something like that. So we can obviously show videos, we'll do screenings, just an array of things, poetry, karaoke, comedy. Again, this is like your big house party per se. When you walk this way, you'll be able to go over to this side. Matter of fact, let's walk over here and we'll kind of see. So if you wanted to grab something to eat, there'll be more tables over in this area. And you want to walk up and get yourself something to eat. This is where you'll make your order, similar to like a Chick-fil-A or McDonald's deal. So we're just kind of a high-end concession stand that you would see at a bowling alley or a stadium. But obviously, you know, you make your order, eat your food here. You can go on the soundstage area. You can go to the gaming area. So you kind of move around and enjoy the festivities. Once you come out of this area, and again, all this is an open floor plan, so there's a half wall that's here. You can walk into this area. We'll have pool tables, some arcade games against the wall here. What else is over here? Skee ball, you know, stuff like that. So this is all going on right here. But once again, you'll be able to just kind of see the whole flow. I mean, you can imagine if you have about 600, 700, 800 people in here, it's just like one big party. If you're pan this way, this is going to be very interesting. We're going to have a fence that's going to come around here, like so, and it'll shoot this way, shoot right up against this wall. And on the wall there is a basketball hoop, which this is a half basketball court. It's a 40 by, I want to say 25. So it's a nice size. Now a lot of people would ask, like, what would you put a basketball court in an entertainment place like this? But if you kind of think about like Dave & Buster's meets ESPN Sports Zone meets a nightclub. This game here, we're putting this, it's similar to a large arcade game, 3-point shootout. I went to a amusement park not too long ago with my kids, and they had a 3-point shootout, life-size court like this. And there was many people in line paying $10 a pop to play. This is a big arcade game per se. Once you come over here, there'll be some bleachers, So, we'll be able to do on Saturday, sometimes we may be doing a 3-on-3 tournaments and things with the schools and so forth. But these bleachers will allow about 30 or 40 people to kind of sit and watch this, even if they want to just watch the three-point shootout thing. When you come back here, again, it's still an open floor plan. If you notice, we have these are a little higher than half walls, but this is our Sony game room. The Sony game room will have PlayStation units, a total of 8 that go around this whole place. There'll be some seating in the middle so your friends can watch you play, but we'll be doing Madden tournaments. I think it's called 2K basketball, 2K. I think that's the latest. My son always not NBA Live is not the game anymore. That's what he tells me. But anyway, basketball, football, arcade tournaments, and different things like that. And then we'll have free play when we're not doing the tournaments. So they'll just act as arcade units. Then we have our business center back here through this doorway. So our business center will have 2 small meeting rooms, one there, a little larger one back on this side. There'll be a flat screen on the wall here, some sofas. So this is a real comfy area where, with our concept of network nights, you're able to come back here and, if you want somebody to listen to your music, if you want to do a quick meeting within the network night concept that we have, this is a place to go to get away from the hustle and bustle and the noise out there, to come back here and talk business and maybe play your music or go to your website or whatever you're pitching in the arts. And then the last place we'll go here is our grand finale. This is our music hall. Quite large area. We have about 10,000 square feet back here. And we probably could walk and see some of this. This area holds about 1,000 people, theater style. If we take the seats out, obviously festival style, we could probably do 1,500 in this room alone. This is where the stage will be. We're talking about a stage probably about 3 feet high. The good thing about this room, it's 24-foot high ceilings, so we're able to get a good theater effect, but it's still a small, intimate room per se. So as you see, a large stage, 45 feet long, 30 feet deep. We'll have the flat screens on the projection screens on the walls here, so you can see the show going on. This is pretty much it. I mean, you've seen the production area. Our entertainment area, again, houses our sound stage, our business center, you saw our gaming and so forth. But obviously the 2 stages, the smaller area that holds 200 people is, again, good for some of the smaller stuff like comedy and poetry, karaoke, different things like that. But this is where the live bands and some of the other larger shows will be going on. So we're blessed to be in here, and this will be a great location for good family fun, and definitely for the music and arts community. It's going to be a blast for the networking and so forth. So Music World Center, this is where it's at. I would like to start by saying, in business, if you find a group of people, a community of people, a market of people that have a need, and you find a way to meet that need, that's great potential for success and opportunity. Here at Music World Center, I believe we found just that. So, let's talk about concept number 1. Concept number 1 has to do with the music and arts community. This community is a very thriving community in the DC metropolitan area. It is all over the world. People who feel like they have the talent to be an entertainer. For over 25 years, I've owned a recording studio, and I've watched people come and go, and they aspire to be. And I'm very excited about this community, and I'm still in it now. My kids are growing up in it. And what I've found for concept number 1 is a very innovative piece. Knowing how people come to the recording studio, they do their demos. I've watched people get training, go to school for lessons and so forth. There's a lot of preparation in trying to break your way into this music and arts business. But I found a need that I believe is going to be a very innovative thing that Music World Center will present to this very market. This market of people have a lack, and the lack is networking and connection opportunity. For many people, once they finish their recordings, their recording sessions, and they put their CD together, they kind of run into a brick wall of, what do I do now? How do I make the next connection? And I would say that all of your training and all of your preparation is probably half of your success. The other half is who you meet. Who do you get connected with? And what I found for concept number one is a very innovative piece. I looked at the numbers from the hit show American Idol. And if you notice, I don't know if you're a fan of the show, but if you notice, they go to Montana, Idaho, Florida, anywhere. I mean, these people, these aspiring artists are everywhere. So I did a market research. And when American Idol came to the DC metropolitan area, 21,000 singers showed up. Wow, I know, that's a lot of singers. Now I asked myself, is that all the singers? I don't think so. I believe that's maybe 20%. And again, these are singers, people who think they can sing, and those who can really sing. But this still makes up the market that I'm talking about. So when you say 21,000 singers, I'd say that would be maybe 20% of the singers that are out there that may want to be in this business. So I draw my market up as maybe 100,000 singers that want to be, understand, they want to be in this business. Now, when I look at that number, I ask myself, what about rappers? Wow, I would say there's at least a 2-to-1 ratio on rappers, so that makes about 200,000 rappers in the DC metropolitan area. So then when you ask yourself, what about saxophone players and pianists, drummers, sound engineers, record producers, managers? This is the market. This is the market of people that make up the music and arts community. I believe that the market of people that want to be in the music business is about 500,000 people, just in the DC metropolitan area alone. These are people who are thriving to be in the music business. They are 9-to-5ers, nine times out of 10 they have a 9-to-5 job or whatever, and they are just trying to get in this business. And they take their, some of that money and they rent studio time, they may buy some equipment or so forth. So they do spend money. But this problem that they have in making the connections and being able to promote what they do, it's an ongoing problem. What if we could put those connection opportunities and networking opportunities in a bottle and put it on the shelf at Walmart? And let's say there's a Jazz Connect for drummers, and you could go to Walmart and say, okay, I'm gonna drink Jazz Connect for drummers, and then as soon as I drink that, I'm gonna get 3 emails or 3 text messages from some local people in the jazz community, and you could connect with them. And basically, I mean, it may turn into something, but this would be awesome to be able to connect and make that haphazard thing, kind of force that haphazard thing to happen. I believe we found a way to sell this very need to this very market. I'm excited about this, and what we have here is the MWC network. At MWC, what we're going to do is we're going to open up an area in our building. It's our entertainment area that will give this community an opportunity to network, give them an opportunity to showcase their talent, to give them an opportunity to learn. We'll have equipment vendors that'll come in and talk about their product lines. Just a lot of fun, a lot of good connections, and a lot of opportunity. How does this all work? Basically, you'll have a network card, no different than a gym membership. So networking opportunity, $29 a month. You have your network card. You come in and you have these network events on an ongoing basis. Now, I know there's a lot of places that may have workshops or different things, throughout the year. But the great thing about this is an ongoing networking system. We're going to run Monday through Thursday every week. There'll be, and we'll be broken up into genres of music as well. So this will be great. We'll have Monday night gospel night, and maybe Tuesday night hip hop night, and Wednesday night jazz night. So if you're that jazz saxophone player, jazz night is for you. You'll come in and you'll be able to get into jam sessions and meet people in your business, in your area. And just, again, great opportunity. I really believe that when Music World opens, there's going to be a lot of connections that will be made. And then from years to come, people will look back and say, this success that I have right now, via even if it's local success, they're going to look at it and say, I met this person at Music World Center. And that kind of was the vine of connections for me. This very concept, when we reach 5,000 or 10,000 people, we will move forward and go into Philadelphia and open a Music World Center that will open up a whole nother barrel of opportunity for our people from the DC area to take that very network card and go to Philadelphia and now start networking there. As you see, the plan is to eventually have Music World Centers all across the country. And your very network card, again, wherever you want to go across the country, you can go in and network and showcase your talent. A very, very, very powerful tool. We're excited and do know, I don't know, maybe 10 years, 15 years from now, when we reach the 1 million member mark of MWC Network, you may look back and remember this very video and say, wow, that's awesome. You know, something like Facebook, right? I am so excited that we found a second concept, family-friendly entertainment. That's right, family-friendly entertainment. And let me explain what that is. Just a few things. Entertainment with no alcohol. A dress code, we call it the underdress code. If we feel like you're underdressed, we won't allow you admission into our facility. And selective music. Music that is more of the cleaner version of things. If we feel like it's too suggestive or it's something that we feel is not good for the ear, that we just don't play those songs. Just that basic. But mainly those three things is what we call clean entertainment, family-friendly entertainment. As well, we'll use our same network card system to not that you'll pay a monthly fee, but we'll use that card to create this to be a private club per se. So therefore, we're able to use that as an accountability card. So if you go in there and you start a fight or you're just being disorderly, we can ask you to leave, and actually we can ban you from the place. So what about that? I mean, you know, when you look at the same guy that comes in and starts the same problems in a place, I mean, it's a way to monitor that, and again, it just brings a private club per se feel to this. Many people might look at it as like, okay, well, who wants that? And it's the church community. There's obviously a church on every corner. There's many people in the body of Christ that feel that there's no options out there. Basically, they just stay home. So I really started looking at that, and I'm a numbers guy. So in the DC metropolitan area, there are 6,000 churches. 6,000. I actually bought the list of churches in the DC metropolitan area. 6,000. So I looked at that and I said, well, maybe the average church is about 500 members. And then we all know that some are 50 members, some 5,000. But let's say 500, that's a modest number. So that means there are 3 million churchgoers. 3 million. And again, I'm just saying this would be the obvious market that would love to come to a place that has these parameters of family-friendly entertainment. So I look at these 3 million people, I have to ask myself, to be honest, I would probably say half of those people are probably just going to the nightclub and doing their own thing. And that means there's 1.5 million that are sitting at home on any given Friday or Saturday night. And I happen to be one of those people. And you tend to try to convince yourself that that's cool. I don't need to really go out and dance or go out and hang out, man. That's that worldly stuff that those people have. But honestly speaking, we make up those excuses, and I say we for those who are sitting at home. You make up those excuses because you don't have anything. And this market of people, I believe, are going to embrace this. We will offer many things like karaoke and live bands and comedy, poetry. We have pool tables. First of all, we're going to have on Friday nights, we're going to have our youth there, our teenagers. Every Friday night, this will be our teenage club per se. And on Saturday nights, we're going to dedicate that to 3 groups of people. Twice a month, every other week, we'll do our young adults night, which will be the age group of 18 to 30. Once a month, we'll have our singles 30 and up. And once a month, we'll have our married folks. Now, and in doing so, we're going to be able to target, the event will be able to target that age group, play the music that they would like to hear. And again, they want to be around, people want to be around, you know, people in their age group. No disrespect to anybody. But I mean, I think that's the best party to be in when you're around your peers or people in your age group. But what's exciting about that, now just think back. You have this market of people that are pretty much sitting at home, and you open this opportunity up to them. And even for the married folks, I'd have to say, you know, my wife loves to dance, and we don't have anywhere to go dancing. I mean, you know, we pretty much chucked that years ago and just figured it's not going to happen, right? But even for us, we're going to get an opportunity to go to Music World Center and have a good time once a month. So when you think about that, that's not much. I mean, that's 12 times a year for a market of people that we're gonna, I believe they're gonna love this. They're gonna love this. That's our family-friendly entertainment concept. We're very excited about that. And let me add, also on Sundays, we're gonna do dinner shows. This is when we will bring our national artists in to do that type of performance. Again, it still will be clean, but another opportunity to go to a national artist event. So if you've been tracking with me here, so Monday through Thursday, we've got the networking. We have you know, our entertainment stuff happening that's open to the public Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So it's kind of interesting. 7 days a week, we're doing these things. It's a very vibrant place. I mean, a lot of positive things going on. Even with our after-school program, we have a lot of county programs. The county is very interested in that. Statewide programs, our grants and our scholarship funds, and different things that we're going to get involved with. A lot of opportunity here at Music World Center. I would like to wrap up by pointing out Music World Center's advantages. Our first advantage is that we have a 45,000 square foot retail facility that's a half a minute off the Capitol Beltway, located directly in front of Andrews Air Force Base. At this facility, we have over 700 parking spaces right in front of our building. That's always a positive thing, to park way down the street and walk. Great thing. And we also have a great opportunity to provide economic growth via jobs. We have over 50 jobs that we're going to create, and that's always a positive thing, obviously, in this climate. And lastly, I just want to point out an advantage of over 3.5 million people that have a need that we will serve. So I would like to thank you for spending this time with me and giving me this opportunity to share my music world goal and vision with you. Hope to see you there.